my story. I didn't go to college right out of school. I was afraid of failing. I hated math. So I figured if I didn't do well in high school in math, then I certainly wasn't going to do well in college. So why even try? It wasn't until about 22 years later when my daughter graduated from high school and we were looking at options for college that we came to CWI and spoke to an advisor. And they told us about this new program that CWI was implementing called the MSc Mathlab. And what it was is that you would, it was an introductory math class to get you ready for the classes, advanced college classes. It was on your own pace, online, come in a few times a week to the math lab to get help. And it seemed like maybe the right thing for me to do. So after a little consideration, I decided to do it. When I thought about what I learned while in the Math 095, I discovered that not only did I learn math, but that I can do math and that I like math. I gave some thought as to how I got to this realization, and I came up with some possible answers. First of all, time. Set aside the time for Math 095. It's a class just like any other class that you would take here at college, and so it's important that you set aside the amount of time that you're going to need to do well in this class. Coming into my math lab during the week, doing the online lessons, very important that you keep up and continue and maintain that. Communicate. Everyone at the beginning of the semester is assigned an advisor for the math lab. And it's important that you do your individual learning plans and submit them so that your advisor can stay up with you, and if there's any questions or concerns that they might have, that they're able to know where you're at and what you may need help with. Also, it's good that when you come into the class here, ask questions. If you don't ask questions, they don't know that you need help. It's important that also that you get to know the people that are in your advisors that are in the allotted math time that you're here. Just by doing that and getting to know my advisor personally, I was able to ask them questions not just for 095, but for future classes that I might be taking, and also how to be successful in those. Next thing is tools. Utilize them. There's tutorials, there are PowerPoint, animations, videos. They're all visuals to help you learn a concept. There's also the e-textbook that has the written instructions and examples for the concepts that you're learning. One of the things that I did during the year was I made a journal for each of the units, and I took notes, and those notes helped me. They were kind of a quick go-to that when I had a question on a problem that I couldn't remember how to do, or I just needed a refresher just kind of to get me going again, I was able to look at that instead of having to go through the whole program to find the answer that I need. I just flipped right to the section that I needed and was able to get the answers. And also, I had to keep a good attitude. I had to keep a good open mind about it. If the solution didn't work itself out the first time, I tried again, and I tried again. I used different tools to help me. I know frustration is easy to have when your solution to a problem doesn't quite add up, but by gaining help and by doing what you can to get the answer, you're going to find that you're going to have a lot more confidence and be able to answer the questions and move on to the next thing. Something that I've done that seems maybe a little strange is I read the problem out loud. Sometimes when you hear it differently and you hear it verbally, it connects a little bit differently and you can kind of catch it, clicks on faster. Also, when you ask questions and your tutor comes to help you, sometimes just seeing it done a different way than what you've been trying gives you a different perspective, and that helps you also gain the knowledge that you need for it. And keep at it. Don't give up. It gets overwhelming, especially with the other classes that you have, life, just the fact that it's math. But by not giving up, talking to the Math Lab advisor can help you with your overwhelming feeling, and you'll be able to get the class done and get it done with confidence. So stick with it, and you'll be glad you did. Also, things that I wish I knew when I first started this math lab was asking for help is okay. It doesn't mean I'm a less of a person. And also, I need to learn to use all the tools. Thank you.